You know I said just. Just
Oh man, you need some headphones, bro.
you know I said just. You know I said just. You know I said just.
Oh man, you need some headphones, bro.
You know I said just. You know I said just.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Counter-Strike fans around the globe, and Wanted Goons fans as well. Of course, if you know that intro, you know ball. My name is Zeph, and we got Wanted Goons Academy playing this evening against, I believe this is Omen Esports Academy roster, Omen 1800 gang. And if you're just tuning into this stream, the main Wanted Goons roster is currently competing in their ESEA match, which has just gone into overtime over on, I believe it's twitch.tv/Wanted Goons, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a little bit of a tech issue trying to figure out what account we're going to be streaming on, but we decided the Academy squad is going to go onto the official LCA Twitch account. So we've got that going. So far, so good in terms of tech issues. And we've got Ancient. That's a map I don't believe I've even casted yet. Just because it feels like every time now in ESEA League, it seems to be heavily towards like Dust 2, Mirage, Inferno a little bit as well, even Nuke occasionally as well. Ancient used to be, in my opinion, one of those maps, a lot of these teams in North America relied on to kind of get their wins on in ESEA. I haven't really been playing it too much, but Omen 1800 gain have. They're currently 3-9 or 3-6 on the season. Excuse me. I've played it 7 times and only won it 3, so a 43% win rate. T side and their CT are actually kind of neck and neck in terms of round win percentage. A 44 on T side and a 48 on the CT side. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Wanted Goons Academy, of course, they have not played Ancient yet this season, if I'm not mistaken. And not only that, I believe they have two brand new members to the roster. Of course, we have the core of Alpha, Ernesto, and Ryzen, but now instead we have new players, Drew. I'm not reading that full name, but you'll see it in the HUD, and Playmaker. And I think that they've started off very good. I mean, Wanted Goons Academy, they were 3-5 at one point, or 2-5 at one point, and since the addition of these two newcomers, they've bounced back and gotten a 2-game win streak, and can even break into 5-5 potentially this evening. And I was just making sure everything is going correctly in the server. It looks to be so. And of course, we got returning coach GK this evening. He's going to be talking from the sidelines towards his roster. And actually, I am mistaken. It's going to be Sander 1 as the 5th this evening for Wanted Goons Academy. So we've got Ryzen, Ernesto, Drew, Alpha, and Sander with Coach GK. And if I'm not mistaken, for the Omen 1800 gang, we've got Anthony, Taylor, Lemmy, Chris, and 1KZ7. And again, we're on Ancient, so this is something I'm looking forward to a lot, because again, I don't really get to cast Ancient too often, so it's really nice to see these teams picking this. And as we do wait to get into this match, we're waiting for the last few players to join the server. Wanted Goons Academy are all in. They're all in on time. They've been waiting for this game all day, I'm sure. And there was actually a decent update today as well. I'm going to read that. Pull that up here. I think it was a 1.7 gigabyte update. There were some changes to Ancient. They reverted house roof decorations near CT spawn. Restored the ability to wall bang the plywood in cave, which is very huge. I'm surprised that was even removed at one point. Various changes to the daytime soundscape. Interesting. Fixed items getting stuck behind the rubble pile on T-spawn of B, or T-side of B, excuse me. And player clipping adjustments, of course. As well as adding some more source content in the community map makers area. And they not only this, they added fixed knife slashes applying a dry attack decal on wet surfaces. Fixed a case where clients would mispredict shots if the attack button was held across around respawn. And a couple other stability improvements, essentially, which literally says various stability improvements in the update today. But before that, 4 days ago, we had the update where it made Ancient a little bit more rain-like, for example. Added a lot more characteristic personality to the map, if I might say. I actually played a plug today for the first time in a couple days on Ancient, and I didn't even realize it, but now, like Train when it first came out, all of your skins are wet. Like they have the little raindrops on it, which is, I kind of like that. I think it's pretty cool. And it did actually improve some performance issues on Ancient as well with all the water. And I'm actually curious right now because our LCA map intro, if I'm not mistaken, is slightly on the previous update. So yeah, not only did they update the entirety of Ancient essentially in terms of those little fixes, but they also just made the map a lot easier to see and separate the visibility of the CT models as well as the team models. I think it's most prevalent. You'll be able to tell if any of these players, if we get to see them go into Temple in late game, or even early game for that matter, Temple has just lit up, in all honesty. The map is a lot brighter than it used to be, and I like that a lot. I think Valve has... It wasn't necessarily a big thing that was mentioned back in the last few weeks, but it's nice to see that Valve has noticed these small issues and are taking steps to fixing them. And again, back onto this game, players to look out for. I think it's just gonna have to be Alpha for one of Goons Academy. He's currently rocking a 1.43 HLTV with a solid 99 ADR for this season so far. He's having a phenomenal set of games for him. And meanwhile, on the Omen 1800 gang, I would say their player to look out for would be 1KZ, rocking a 1.21 rating with 93 ADR. And again, we are just waiting for this game to go live. This is Ancient, and this is going to be the first official on Ancient, if I'm not mistaken, for one of Goons Academy, as well as with the whole update in play. And again, for those just joining us, we are streaming on the ESEA official account due to the main Wanted Goons roster. Their game is currently in overtime, casted by the lovely Colonel Sanders. Kerner Santos. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so sorry, Connor, if I'm not. Once again, if we just take a moment, I actually want to kind of show this on stream as well, really quickly, just because you'll be able to tell it's a lot nicer. Okay, there we go. There we go. The stream is. If you just look at the map, you see the sun is shining a lot more towards middle. It makes the area towards tree a lot brighter, so a CT can't really hide here. Their outline of the CT model is a lot more noticeable, as well as this, of course, being more wall bannable. And then with the grayscale, of course, not really helping. But Temple, at the moment, looks a bit faded, but they are in the knife round, so once that grayscale kind of fades out, you'll be able to really tell that this Temple area has been excruciatingly lit up. Yeah, see there. Lit up a lot more. And a very lovely one of that. And you can even see the little rain droplets on the knife of Vanessa as well. I do like this. It's a lot more of a diverse setting for Ancient. And it seems like Valve has started to take steps to making weather a bit more prominent in Counter-Strike. I'm not expecting a like a tornado or anything to come through Mirage or whatever, but I guess what I'm trying to say is they're adding some realism into the game, and I think that has been lacking in previous iterations of Counter-Strike, so it's very nice to see Valve's taking some proper steps forward into doing that. You can see why I'm not saying Drew's full name. But we got the pistol round underway. And 4 players on Omen are actually going to go ahead and buy some util. It looks like they're going to go for a standard A exec. That is something you really don't get to see every day. Only one of them has body armor. That's definitely interesting. Smokes go out towards that A site. One towards Donut, one towards CT. And that's going to force this rotation over from the B bomb site. Sander is the only one here, but Bomb is actually going to be going towards this B bomb site. This is a fake. Sander's finally going to rotate off, but he's going to try and stick around a little bit. Could cause some problems as 1KZ and Lemmy are going to post up. Sander's going to find one. Is he able to find a second, though? That is a bomb called out, and this rotation back from the Academy is commencing, but they will get bomb down. This potential double flank towards Red Room is being looked out for as both Ryzen and Alpha are going to be ready for it, and these pistol kills are just all going in the favor of one of Goons Academy. And just like that, they find the pistol. Not really sure what's going on there, buying all 4 players on the T side, buying utility on a pistol round. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my 10 plus years of Counter-Strike. But you know what? There's a world that works. So I guess I can't really judge. And while they do get the bomb down, I mean, there's that cost. Those nade buys from everyone. Not going to be able to force up into this round with some MAC-10s. They're actually going to look like they're going to try and save for rifles in this third round. We have a Deagle. Tech 9. B250, of course. Very curious to see how Ernesto, plays towards this long area. I know one of the more common ways to play it is I believe M80 Lake. Plays the running Molotov comboed with an HE grenade, just like kind of like anti-rush nades, and then kind of jiggles from V2 to with the smoke in hand. And if they're going to push up, kind of bangs one off the column there in the center of the site. Smoke off ramp, and there's no way the T's can lurk outside of it. Oh, but they were trying to boost up onto the box, but they did end up falling, and that is going to be heard by Sander. I'll be calling this. Ernesto's playing a really interesting angle with his MP9, able to find one, but gets punished for it. Anthony takes him down, rising with the trade onto 1KZ as well, and the A1S and the screen transfer from Drew is solid. Ryzen's going to get Limmy as well. And well, Omen, they're going to be actually happy with that. They get bombed down, but they still lose the round. But again, that does bode very well for their economy, able to bounce back a little bit from the first round. And so far, only 2 kills in the name of Omen. Anthony, again with their entry on the Tech 9 in the previous round, and I believe 1 on the pistol as well. So the money is going to be flowing very nicely. Middle is going to be pushed down as Drew's going to try and get up on towards Highway, but isn't able to do it as the Molly's going to burn him down to 58. Ryzen's tick through a Mouse Molly. Is going to be numb, but the flash from Drew is going to be good as he's going to timing onto Chris, and Ryzen really wants these frags. He really wants to shut this round down, not give Omen any sort of breathing room to get going on this T side. And the early smoke from Sander towards B ramp denies any sort of pressure towards that B site, but Teeler's going to be behind it. And now KZ is going to be kind of back towards elbow, trying to maybe find a lurk kill. And Drew's going to be aware of this. He's actually going to back off towards Donut and play a little bit more passive, kind of group up into a trade possession with Alpha. But they're not going to see the action, as B site will be under the execute now and under the gun. Sander is back towards this cubby area, and they're going to actually walk out right through, and he might find the timing, but it's not going to be good enough. Limmy's going to find one. Anthony finds a second one. This B bomb site has just crumbled. Ernesto is still close by in the long smoke, but Drew's going to find a gift through that smoke onto Anthony. 3-on-3 retake. Ernesto burns down to that Molotov. Becomes a little bit tagged down, but it doesn't matter if Drew's going to find one, and so is Alpha. Just when we thought the round was going to go in the favor of Omen, it actually swings back into 1 to Goons Academy. It's KZ in a 1-on-3, looking to find it, and oh my god, he gets it! 1 to Goons Academy, peeking one by one, giving the round over to Omen, and a huge play, a huge 1v3 out of 1KZ7. That was the player I told you all to look out for on the Omen side, and, well, making his presence very early in the map tonight. On the Goons Academy, they're not going to be happy with that. That was their round. And it was ripped right from the clutches of their hands. Start off well, though, in this second round as the man who saved the previous round gets eliminated first by Drew. Down ramp will be punished by Alpha. Anthony's going to find 2. Looks for a third, though. Swings a little bit aggressive as Ryzen takes him down. Back into a 3-on-3. Limmy and Teeler are back towards this elbow area. Ernesto with the 5-7 could be deadly in the close range, but he is able to find one. Ernesto is tagged down to 38 HP. If he gets this kill onto Limmy, that could be very dangerous for Omen. As Limmy has that bomb, and Chris is over towards Red Room. He's actually flanking this. I don't think it's going to get red, though, as both backs of Ernesto and Drew are going to be turned, and, oh, they're going to get caught off on the boost. Oh, but is it going to work out? Chris is going to find one. Can he find a second? He knows Ernesto has been boosted. He's going to be trained right on that angle. Ernesto's going to try and jiggle it, but it doesn't matter if he's going to get crunched from 2 angles. And it is just Ryzen. 1-on-2. Bomb's going to be going down towards the A site. Smoke is in play, but he's going to try and phase through it. Able to stop that bomb plant. Ryzen, 30 seconds left. He just has to stay alive as Chris has to try and recover this round for Omen. Makes it, though. It tries to get the swing, and yes, it will. Chris is able to clutch out the round 2. A 3K for him. They're going to be happy with that. That's 2 clutches back-to-back going in the favor of Omen 1800 gang. And with that, that forces Wanted Goons Academy on not a good buy. Very low money for them. Ernesto's got dualies. So there is something. The creativity of some of these names are certainly are something. Back towards Red Room is going to be found out as Casey's going to tap one. Oh my god! He taps all 4 of them out. And Ryzen just alone in a 1-on-5. He's seen nobody. And the timing's not going to go out for him at all. And Casey's looking for this ace. He's hungry for it, but with his back turned, Ryzen's going to get him. 7 and 4 for him. A 1v3 and a 4K. All the kills he'll get in this game so far, but Ryzen's going to try and struggle and hold on to that AK-47. Takes down Chris, though. They know where he's at. They're going to try and pin him in onto the tree. Tealer's going to say forget about it and push and find that frag. And Omen taking the lead now, 3-2. Take a look at the tab as well. I mean, they got bombed down in the first 2 rounds, lost it, but with the bomb down in that previous one, they're going to be happy with that. And thank you for the raid. Wanted Goons, of course. This is the Academy roster. I believe they're, with that raid, the main roster's game has just finished up. If someone could inform me what the result of that was, I'd be greatly appreciated, as the last time I looked, they were just gotten into overtime. OTW, awesome. 16-13. We love to see it. Hoping Wanted Goons could get 2 wins tonight. 1 for the main roster and 1 for the Academy. Just a win in itself. Wanted Goon Academy are back on these A1Ss. Sander, of course, on the MP9. And another thing as well with the update, but it doesn't matter if Anthony's going to find this double kill again. He's been finding these very impactful frags early round. He got the double kill from push down ramp last round, and, well, the push through cape doesn't work as well. They can't really punish Anthony at all. He's just getting these double kills left and right. Any sort of aggression is just being punished. And this A site, he's looking ripe for the taking, but Alpha and Ernesto are here. Alpha playing back on that ninja area, but he is going to get that swing out onto Chris. Does get to back off, though. Goes back into Brokey. Finds one, gets the tank as well onto Limmy. And this A site take has been just underwhelming. It is just Anthony. And a 1-on-3. He's going to have the ace to have any sort of chance to get back into this game. We saw the 1-on-3 from 1KZ. We saw the 1-on-1 clutch from Chris, and, well, Anthony, now it's your turn, buddy. Can you do it? Can you do it for the Wanted Goons Academy? And all 3, or Wanted Goons Academy, Omen 1800, excuse me. And all 3 members of Wanted Goon are going to be coming through Donut, as he's able to find one, but not able to find Ernesto. Wanted Goons Academy finally answer back, 3-on-3. Anthony is rich. He's got $6,400. Could maybe drop a AK or a Galila over to one of his teammates if they do decide to force up. But a tactical timeout from Wanted Goons Academy. Coach GK on the mic. Going to be giving some insight on how they can get back into this game, reclaim this lead. And it seems like I did see a map stat earlier today that it seems like the new meta is CT side of Counter-Strike. I think 6 out of the 7 maps in the active duty pool right now are all CT sided, and the only one I think is T sided. I think it was it Mirage? No. I think it, I'm kicking myself for this now, because maybe it was Ancient. Was Ancient T sided? I don't think so, because Ancient, if I'm not mistaken, used to be T-sided, but then it switched over towards CT in the new meta. But meta never changes, though, as it is just going to be a B rush, but it's only going to be 2 of them. Okay. I'm not going to question that, but that's a free frag given. On to Sander. It's caused a little bit of confusion as well for one of Goons Academy as they started to rotate those two A players over towards B, but they've stalled out and rotated back. KZ's going to try and find a timing towards red, but Drew is going to be nearby expecting this. And again, with the Ancient update, I want to point out as well, you could just visually, the map looks a lot better. Looks like the sun is actually shining directly onto it now. Not blocked out by some clouds. This B site not going to be taken. This Ryzen's going to be put a little bit under pressure. Tries to find a kill, but Anthony's going to find it instead. It doesn't matter. Sanders going to clean it up, and one of Goons Academy retake the lead here, 4-3. Switch that back on. I think I need to implement a bind that just does that automatically. Wait. wait a minute. How does 3 players of Omen have 0 ADR? Hold on. That does not make sense. I think the HUD is incorrect. Chris, KZ, and Taylor do not have 0 ADR. And how does Anthony have 250? Something doesn't add up there. I don't think that's correct. And if that is correct, I would love to know how. He's going to be playing close in the middle, but oh my goodness, KZ's going to get the flick on him instead. But Taylor with that trade makes it back into a 4-on-4. Middle has been taken, but this flank from Alpha, the MP9, just as deadly as ever. Feels like it really hasn't been nerfed. And a 2-on-4 for Limmy and Anthony. We've seen Anthony with some pretty impactful frags so far this map. Can he do it again here? Limmy have a little bit of a quiet game for himself too. Hoping to jump start. Maybe cause another upset. I mean, the 2 of the 3 rounds Omen have won. They've won off upsets. Again, the 1v3 from KZ and a 1v1 from Chris. Ooh, and that could have been an opening there as they're going to start pushing into its jungle. Oh, but Ryzen's out of ammo. That makes things a lot costlier. Sander is still going to hold the line, though. Limmy escapes with his life at 1 HP. Anthony 37. And with that, Ernesto punishes Limmy for that peek, trying to smoke off Red Room. 20 seconds left. Looks like Anthony has just decided to save that AK. Maybe trying to give some life into Omen's next round. And there we go. Goons Academy, number 5. Cave looks a lot cooler with the lighting. I've just realized that because it looks like you're in an evil castle now, like an evil medieval castle, if that kind of makes sense, with like kind of like the red hue of lighting in there. I don't know. Looks cool. Good update, Valve. That's not sarcasm. I genuinely mean that. I like that update a lot. Still getting used to the animation one though. Looks like we've got a technical timeout. Don't know who it's from. So we are going to try and take a moment here and really think about what Omen 1800 Gang can do. Anthony's got an AK with a molly, smoke, and flash. We've got some upgraded Deagles, Tech 9. Curious where Anthony has spawned as well, because depending on where he spawned, I mean, they might try and do something fast, or maybe just try and get him in an early pick scenario. They could maybe hold back towards doors, cause some B aggression, or maybe actually throw like some fake util towards that A bomb site, force that aggression towards B, and punish them for it. I mean, every time they push down B, Goons Academy has been punished. They've been losing 2 every time to Anthony. I mean, that really, unless they have some sort of strat in here, I feel like that'd be the most simple thing to do. But what do I know? I'm a caster. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about nothing. By time ticks down, round number 9 is live. And again, with this update, I know I'm talking about the update a lot, but the red smokes, the instant red smokes from T-Spawn have been changed. None of them, I don't believe any of them work still. Rush towards cave, and actually it's going to be a cave hit, but it doesn't matter. Sander's going to find 2. Ryzen with 1 for himself as well. And wow, this T-side is just crumbled right then and there. Lemmy is able to pick up the AK off the dead body of Anthony, but can he save it? That's going to be the question, is he is going to get punished. 4 members, all 4 from Goons Academy are going to be here in Speedway. Ernesto finds that exit frag. 6-3 now, and taking a very commanding lead on this CT side. And that economy has built up quite a bit, quite nicely as well. And looks like we got another tech timeout. Very curious to see who it's from. As we wait for this tech timeout to fade and the round go on. So far, I'm actually really liking what Goons have done on their CT side so far. And I think the new additions of Drew and Sander are working pretty well in their favor. Right now, Anthony, 9 and 725 ADR leading the way. And yeah, see, there we go. I don't know why it says Chris has 0 ADR, and I don't know why it says Taylor has 0 ADR. Yeah, Chris has 17, Taylor has 20. So I don't know why it's saying they don't have any. I think the HUD might be a little glitched by that. Or maybe it's just glitched out because there's a coach in the server. Which, thank you, Faceit, for finally fixing the coach issue, where coaches were originally not able to be in the server. It felt like such a long time before they were able to fix it. So it's very nice to finally let coaches like GK be in the server and watch his team live. I know in a previous team of mine, when we had a coach with obviously coaches not being able to join the server, we all had to live stream our games to Discord for him to see. And it's not fun. It's really not fun. Looks like it might have been a tech pause from Goons Academy. And they are able to start the round as Alpha has called it. Looks like everyone on Omen's going to be looking towards his A site. Cave smoke from Anthony. I wonder if this is going to be a heavy A hit. Or maybe an A split through main and donut. Alpha has picked up that AWP. It's going to be posted up towards A main, though. Maybe gets gifted a frag onto Chris. Sport flash in middle. Steel's going to go very aggressive with that MAC-10. Dinks Ernesto towards donut. That's going to force KZ to get active, and they're going to start rushing onto this split. Alpha and Ernesto put under a lot of pressure. Alpha's able to get one with that AWP. Looks to get a second one. He picks up the dualies and gets it done. Drew is holding the line towards donut, and this A site is not for open taking. It's just open season for Goons Academy. They've just executed everyone on Omen. Put under that pressure, and they shine like a diamond in the sky. And Omen 1800, well, not questions start to rise. What are you going to do? You have 2 rounds left on this D side. I'm sure that maybe swapped over towards that lean of CT side, but any round you can get here will make your lives that much easier. They're going to go all in on round number 11. And again, this flash horizon is going to be good as well. We saw it earlier this game, and Drew's actually going to get the trade onto KZ. Immediately takes that man advantage back for Goons Academy. And now so back towards Donut, not able to see anybody. And I think he's going to realize this is just going to be a hit towards that B site. Drew's going to get flashed, and a beautiful set of teamwork from them. A good switch of the aim from Drew as well. He's been a very standout player so far this evening. 11 and 4 for him. Bomb has been picked up by Chris. Chris and Lemmy are going to just slowly start to creep up this ramp on this B bomb site. Smoke towards long. They're going to smoke out towards short as well. Flash as well to go for it. And flash. They're just going to be using all their util early on here to clear out this site. Chris tries to get bomb down. I thought Drew was going to try and rush through that smoke there, but doesn't go for it. They have one more flash left. They're going to try and go aggressive and peek towards Speedway, but gets punished for it. Alpha's able to find one, looks to find another one, and there he goes. Alpha. He's just dominating tonight on every single weapon you give him. AWP, dualies, AK, M4, doesn't matter. He'll get the kill. And this is a different one of Goons Academy that I remember watching. This is a team that has been revitalized by these new additions. Feeling a lot more alive this evening, too. And I think Coach GK, he's going to be very proud of that. They faltered a little bit earlier in this half, losing all those clutches, but they've come back even stronger. With the final round of first half, Omen looking to try and find a fourth. Alpha's brought that AWP over towards B on B long. That gives Sander the ability to push up towards Cave and play with Ryzen. KZ and Anthony are going to try and find some information. A main is wide open. An early molly from Ernesto. I'm going to stop this and then smoke immediately after. Drew's going to rotate over as well. I think they're reading that this might just be a site hit, potentially. There was a little bit of a gap in the smoke there. I wonder if they saw Drew crossing. I doubt it, but given where Anthony was playing, I wonder if he maybe saw the head. It looks like it is going to be a B fake. Smoke towards short. And nobody's going to be buying it. Oh, Drew's going to be still tucked here. Casey's not going to clear this. Yeah, he's been spotted. Drew sees that. He's going to go for the spray. Casey's going to take down Ernesto, though. Drew has to try and stay alive as long as possible, but he's going to do better than that. He's actually going to take down KZ. Chris is going to start putting his effort and walk onto this A bomb site, but this smoke from Drew gives him the ability to play around it, and Drew, 3 in the round, the hat trick, and a 4th as well. One of Goons Academy, a commanding CT half, 9-3 in their favor, and that's going to force Omen to switch onto the CT side on the back foot. Great half from them. Outside of those couple rounds they lost, I mean, there's a world that would have been a 11-1, 12-0 half for one of Goons Academy. This late in the season, they're going to be very happy with that. Looking to make playoffs, of course, here in ESEA main, season 54. Looks like a quad man stack towards B. Actually looks to be going different as Chris was going to walk back towards this red, but he hears everyone from one of Goons. Oh, Ryzen taps out dealer. HE grenade is thrown, but even after the death of him, so much utility damage has been done. Ryzen's going to be able to shut down this rotation, but Anthony alone in a 1-on-4, 1-on-3 now. Taps out one. We've seen his aim so far in this map, and you can never count him out. Everyone on one of Goons Academy is fairly damaged, again, from that previous HE grenade. It's Anthony not able to do it. One of Goons Academy find number 10. Both pistol rounds going in their favor. Another tech pause, of course, and I believe this might be, again, on one of Goons Academy. Wondering, they might have some tech issues going on right now. I just want to make sure the HUD is working. 27. Interesting. I'm wondering if the HUD is counting the knife round. That might be it. Although it doesn't really explain why it was all zeros before. But yeah, so far so good for one of Goons Academy. I mean, 9-3 CT half. Like I said, it really could have been a not 13. Oh my goodness, it's only 12 rounds and a half. Really could have been an 11-1, 12-0 half. Some strong showings from the new teammates of Drew and Sander. With that pistol win, that's going to force Omen again to play on that back foot. 257s and a P250 is all of their name here. They're going to rush cave, try and get this control, but Goons Academy are playing this smart. They hear that aggression towards cave, they're going to play a little bit more farther back into double doors. Not try and gift any of these AKs and rifles away. Alpha's going to spot that aggression onto A main, onto KZ7. And Drew has found a flank. I feel like I'm watching Furia Art back in 2020. This is already going to be behind them with a minute 20 in the round. Finds Chris. And this B site is wide open, but Cave is not. His Steelers are going to take down one before he inevitably goes down. Now it is just Limmy and KZ. 2 on 4. Limmy going to 1 on 4 now. And due to Sandry dying over towards CT, not able to collect that weapon either. 11-3 now for one of Goons. It's going to have to take a very big comeback for Omen 800 gang to even have a chance to get back into this game. Ooh, and if I see this smoke correctly, I think this is going to be an a fast A hit. I think this is the fast CT, or fast donut smoke, I believe. There's that smoke towards red, and yep, I am correct. All 5 members. One of Goons Academy going to be rushing through this A site. KZ is going to be tucked behind that ninja box. Could punish them. Anthony is going to get cleared, though. KZ gets 1, though, before he gets taken out by Alpha. And Drew Balls is going to find Anthony. Bomb is going to go down now. 20-5 for Drew. 160 ADR. A very strong showing for the gentleman. And Alpha on 14 HP is going to make the jump onto Tree. And with the last bullet in the clip, finds the head of Tealer. Limmy does have a little bit of an answer back towards Drew, but is now in a 1-on-3. 1-on-2, though. 46 HP. Ernesto and Alpha are low. Alpha's jumped off back towards A main. He's actually going to get flanked as well. Is able to find it. Limmy, 1 HP. That fire is very close. Don't do it. Don't summon 1G. In the molly. Going to be sick of the defuse. Going to be sick of the defuse. Alpha clutches the round. It's okay. Not even close. As one of Goons Academy find map point. Wasn't even close. As we take a look at the individual performance, every player on one of Goons Academy really just seems to be hitting their shots right now. Drew 148 ADR, 20-6 for him. He's having a standout performance this evening. Alpha 14-6, what we've come to expect from him. Ryzen 15-10 for him. Another good performance. And they've just decided, hey, we're going to end this game as fast as possible. We're going to rush B. And with that, Alpha's going to not really care and rush through with the volley. But hold on. Chris is able to find 2. Casey with that swag 7 finds 1 as well. Drew gets the trade onto Chris, of course, but it is going to be a 2-on-3. Pulls out that USP. He's going to cost him, though. Sandry finds him. 2-on-2. Bomb in their possession. They could just rotate over towards this A site. I think Anthony's starting to sense it as well, so he's going to be shifting over towards red. Ooh, but look at this. They fake this. Anthony's going to be baited with that smoke extinguishing. That they're going to be on that A site, but oh, I think due to the timing now, they're taking forever. He took a glance back towards red, but Sandry's going to find Limmy. Anthony, just a 5-7 to his name. Smoke of endgame commenced. And this should be donezo. This should be one of Goons Academy now, going 5-5, going even for the season so far. And yes, it is Sandry with the exit frag. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute blowout for one of Goons Academy. 13-3. They're going to be absolutely ecstatic with that game. And very ecstatic with that map. That was 11 rounds in a row for them to just absolutely swing. GK is going to be very happy with that, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to be absolutely ecstatic. And I am going to ask if anyone wants an interview. So, but I gotta say, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing with this roster. Drew's been, if Drew can maintain this consistency, if Ryzen and Alpha, and even Sandra, if literally just any of these players, it seems like they all have that fragging ability to really make a dent onto their CT sides. I think they're going to be a very, very deadly team coming the end of the season. And I think that while they are 5-5, playoffs are still in the hopes for this roster. So if I'm not mistaken, in Maine, potentially off your Buchholz score, you could make playoffs, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, of course. No, it's honestly a pleasure casting you guys. It seems like we are asking potentially for an interview. Mr. McGallant asking for one now. Looks like we've got Ernesto joining us, so I will be right back as I go ahead and set that up.
Intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown my sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to it. Visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you.
All right, we are back. There's been a little bit of an issue with the website for the interview, but of course we still have Ernesto with us. Actually, I don't think they can hear you. I don't know what's going on here. I apologize. I think you do have to go on the website. It's all good. We'll be right back again, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. It's all good.
Hoping I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face. I'm intoxicated, I'm a waste. Hoping I can drown my sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. Visions of you. through 9:30 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the GOAT himself. We've got Ernesto. How you doing, man? I don't know why it's not capturing the audio again. I don't think so. This is a lot of technical issues. It might be. Let me just switch really quick. Ernesto, try that.
Hello, hello,
There
hello.
we go. There we go. Okay, we can hear you now. All right.
All right, perfect.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for that. Ernesto, how you feeling after that win, man? That was a very dominant showing.
Shoot, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, my teammates, they pulled it through. I didn't have the greatest of performances, but dude, when you got Alphonius, you got Risen, when you got Hugo, and you got Beanie Hut, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just here for the ride. All I got to do is play mediocre as possible, and we're winning the map. It's that easy.
I mean, I wouldn't say mediocre. I mean, you guys, all 5 of you were, I mean, just absolutely destroying on the server. I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh, I mean, those guys are kind of bots, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the record's a bit, not as good, but I don't know, man. We're never losing those games, trust me.
I gotta say as well, I noticed you guys made a bit of a roster change, adding over Drew and I'm blanking on the person's name. I'm so sorry. Who was the 5th again? I apologize.
What, Beanie Hut?
Was it
Is that what you're talking about?
Sandry 1?
Yeah, Sandry. Yeah, Sandry.
Okay.
That's Hugo, and then I think his name was Drew P. Balls in game. That is Beanie Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, I'm gonna call him Drew.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting name, definitely. But his name is Beanie Hut. That is his alias.
It's Beanie Hut. Okay, gotcha. I'll make sure to write that down for any time I cast you guys from now on. So I apologize to Beanie Hut
Yep,
for that.
for sure.
So going into this map, did you guys really did you expect it to be ancient first off?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we looked at it. I even watched a demo on those bots. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, we knew it was gonna be ancient. We scrimmed it. Did pretty decent against an advanced team before the match. So we knew we were ready. We were gonna come in. We were gonna bring the fire. It's easy.
I have a question for you as well. One thing I noticed on their pistol was 4 of them bought, and this is their T side. Keep in mind, 4 of them bought util, and only 1 of them bought armor. What's your opinions on that?
I mean, no surprise, when you're versing bots like this, you just go in, you gotta, they're gonna do stupid stuff. We know this. We're gonna go in, we're gonna demolish them easily. 13-3. And
Yeah.
Go for it.
I love the confidence on you, man. You're really happy with
Yeah, I know. We're going, oh yeah, we're gonna definitely make playoffs for sure. The season didn't go so well. There's a lot of roster changes, a lot of issues, if you know who Alphonius is, he just had a kid and stuff, so we couldn't practice and stuff, and now that we've been able to get consistent practice, consistent roster, I mean, we're just gonna fly. We're gonna run through every team here easily.
I like the confidence. I really do. And congrats to who was that again that had the kid? I'm sorry, a little hard of hearing. I apologize.
Alphonius.
Oh, it's Alphonius. All right, congrats to
Jacob.
Alpha.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. That's seriously congratulations. And I guess my final question for you is: you guys took a couple timeouts. Was GK getting on the mic there, riding you guys? I mean, there was a couple rounds there. That's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the beginning, it was just not like I think we were just having trouble communicating some of our fights and stuff, and we were maybe like peeking one by one, and it was pretty bad. And I guess it's more just rust because we don't practice from Thursday until Monday, right? So there's like those 3 days in between. I just think that I think that's a reason, but he was just kind of reminding us like, guys, we need to communicate. We need to make sure that we're trading each other, not just swinging one by one, killing ourselves.
Awesome, very well put.
Yeah.
And then, is there anything maybe you want to shout out? Who do you think was the big player for you guys specifically for this match? Who was the MVP?
This game, I think it was Risen. I think he was going in, he was putting in the fire. I think he was just messing everybody up. I think he played a phenomenal game.
Awesome. And your guys' next match, that is. Do you have any idea who that is against?
Who is? I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna mess them up. It's gonna be easy.
Again, love the confidence. I want to see more out of that in NACS, and I feel like you.
Oh
guys
yeah,
have
no,
that.
for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're bringing something that a lot of NA teams don't have, which is passion. We love this game. We're gonna prove it. We're gonna get into playoffs. We're gonna make advance. It's gonna be easy.
I love that. I love that for you, man. I don't have any more questions for you. If there's anything you'd like to add before we sign off, go for it. You've got the mic.
I don't know, just love the team, love the energy, and thanks for carrying my ass today.
Fair enough, guys. All right. My name's been Zefcast. I've had the pleasure of casting one of Goons Academy versus Omen 1800 Gang. That's been Ernesto, the GOAT, the King, according to someone in Twitch chat as well. Have a great night, everybody.